Okay, so also with the whole going places with your kids to keep them active, I guess that'll also help with bonding with the kids because, I mean, kids really just, they want to be a part of your life. They want to be active with you. So finding other things to do with them will, I guess, make a stronger bond with your kids and make them want to be around you. So I think that's also really good. So like I said, I take my girls to go, they want to go to the park. Let's go to the park and do different activities to help them want to be with me, not just be at home and go play over there or whatnot and keep quiet. I'm watching a movie. But like actually want to, go to your kids like, hey, let's go swimming right now. It's like, okay, get ready and let's go do something. Or, I think that'd be good to help build bonds and whatnot. Y'all have more kids than me. Y'all.
Well, I actually have an adopted daughter. She was my wife's daughter when we met, and I ended up adopting her. But when we met, she was already 4 years old, and for me, it was very different because I never had a kid before. I never had any of that experience, so it was really, it was kind of a culture shock kind of thing, and I'll say after having the son, which was the first baby that I had, it's not the same because she's already 4 years old and you're dealing with a little person
mm-hmm.
who already has their little world and you're not a part of it, and so it was really, I'm not gonna say difficult, but for me it was difficult getting her to trust me, getting her to like me, and that kind of thing. Because I knew if Catherine never liked me, then Mama wasn't ever gonna, it's not gonna work. But yeah, it's totally different from when my son was born. Then you're dealing with a newborn, and it's like no matter how much you think you're ready, you're not ready. You're not ready. It is a total
mm-hmm. change
of your world, and no two buts about it. But Catherine is really, because I'm not technically her father, but I've always been her dad. She doesn't know her real dad, and it's kind of come that way, and it's she's just one of the kids now. It's not really changed because I've always made an effort the kids are always included in stuff we do, because if you always tell them to go away, when they're 15, they're going to be telling you to go away. It's mm-hmm. everything is, if you don't talk to them when it's not important to you, it's always important to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that goes. And so it's you always have to keep them there and always have to keep the dialogue open, or it's you're eventually going to go different ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean I think that's a perfect example of why it's important, to have a bond with your kids. There's the old cliche of the cat's in the cradle. I mean, with the old song, the cat's in the cradle, and come on, Dad, I want come play with me. And then later on, the dad, the dad wants to get involved in the kid's life, but he's too busy. The son's too busy, just like Dad was years ago, and that I think is an easy. It's easy to get stuck in that way of thinking, or that way of living your life, because in particular with if you're the sole breadwinner of the house, and you're outside of the house for the most of the day, and then you come home and now it's time for you to take a break and you're ready to shut down, and even if you're just from there it's time it's time to have dinner, get cleaned up and get ready for bed. Sometimes you don't have time to spend time with the kids. But I mean, I feel really fortunate that with as many children as I have, I feel real fortunate of being able to spend a lot of time with my kids. I think it's incredibly important for us to have a good relationship with our kids, being the parent, but still having a loving, caring relationship with the kids, along the way, being able to create an environment where the kids want to talk to you and want to ask you questions, want to get information from you. I think it's really, really important.
Well, and that's the thing. Like when I was a kid, and my dad was very hands off, I guess you'd say. Dad comes home, Dad's gonna watch TV and eat dinner and you leave Dad alone. And we never really did. Like I don't know about my older brothers, but we never interacted a whole lot. I never interacted a whole lot with my dad. It was don't make dad mad was the rule. Leave him alone, and he stays over there, and you keep busy. And and I love my father, and but he was a military man, and it was very, this is his routine, and this is what he does, and just leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's just I didn't like it. And so, I don't want to treat my kids that way. So when I come home and I'm tired and I want to sit and watch TV, but my little 3-year-old son comes up, and wants me to play with his little Castleman, and says, okay, let's get down on the floor. And because 5-10 minutes he's going to be distracted anyway, but it makes a big difference because daddy's playing. Right. And I remember those very rare moments when daddy would come play, and it was just magical, because it never happened. And yeah, it's that kind of thing where I just like you're talking. If I go help him now and I play with him now, then he's going to want to spend time with me when he's 16, 17,
right.
And not always gone.
Right.
And yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to be my dad in that respect.
Right. Take the good and leave the rest behind. Yeah, I think we've all got a little bit of that to deal with as well. Mm-hmm. But I think that there are different things that we can do that can help to improve the type of bond that we have with our kids. I was really fortunate. I guess it was 2 weeks ago to go on a walk with my kid. And it's kind of a dramatic event. It was kind of it was a religious experience. It was a faith journey for us. But we went for a walk, literally. We went for a walk. We left.
That was a marathon walk.
Yeah.
Well, we left downtown and walked 22 miles 22 miles the first day, and then hit the sack at 7 p.m. because we were exhausted, and then turned around and did it again the next day, where we walked an additional 20 miles. So a total of 42 miles over the span of 2 days. And there's something to be said about putting yourself in a position that you need to rely on each other. And that's what it was for us, where we live. We've got a great big bridge over the harbor that for a little guy, a 7-year-old is
a long
really
walk.
Well, and it's a scary it's a scary thing. Not even to mention the guys that were honking their horn to try to startle us or to get our attention or to support us or whatever it was. I mean, he doesn't like loud noises, at least not whenever he's looking down 100 feet and seeing water.
Well,
So
I'm 33 and I've walked over that bridge twice, and it was scary both times.
Right. Because it's just moving.
The whole thing is shaking, and you feel like you're 6 inches from those cars going by at 60 miles an hour.
Right.
It's scary.
But what it was for us is it was a moment that we had where we needed to rely on each other. Yeah. And that really was a profound bonding experience for us. I mean, I don't know if I would promote doing those types of things, other than finding time or finding ways in which you can demonstrate to your kids that you need them as well. I mean, for all intents and purposes, there were several moments where I said, "Man, you're my hero." I don't think I could finish this walk if you weren't here with me. And I meant it, and it was true. If I didn't have this little guy to inspire me and grab my hand and say, "Come on, Dad, let's go, it's time," then I probably wouldn't got up off that park bench or gotten up from the curb where we took our little break. So I think there's a lot to be said in ourselves and being able to be open to the idea of sharing some experiences with the kids on purpose, specifically for the purposes of going out and bonding. I've tried going fishing with them at times, but I'm not really a fisherman. I guess they really enjoy it, but I okay, that's good.
Whatever you want.
We got out and we had a good time. But then I'm actually considering looking for more moments. Maybe not such physically demanding moments, but other moments where we can share, some kind of an event that's we're both going out of our comfort zone to try to accomplish it.
Well, and that's one of those things that they'll always remember because it's something you did with Dad, or your dad did with you, and it was, you will always remember that because it's not, it wasn't going fishing, it wasn't going this. You walked 40 miles to another town. Most people don't do that.
Yeah.